Hey Libras, welcome to your general reading for April 2019. This is for those who have Libra in their sun, moon, or rising. Also keep in mind this is a general reading, so not all messages are going to apply to everyone. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start with y'all's crystal, which is, there you go. I know it's a little blurred, sorry y'all. So basically this says overstimulated minimalist living in a maximalist world. Needing to take a break, needing breathing room, too much going on. I love this. It says less is more and none is most. I love that. Y'all need to go buy that book with the lady who does like the minimalist lifestyle. I feel like y'all are going to be doing a lot of spring cleaning, maybe more than the other zodiac signs, but this is a time that y'all really need to clear anything and everything out of your life that you no longer have a purpose for or use for. And then you'll have the pig spirit. And it says, use your mind wisely. And it's funny because these two cards go very well together. So using your mind wisely, it's talking about being able to put your focus where it needs to be. And like I said, with that other card, there's a lot of like you're kind of mentally all over the place. I feel like for some of you, making a list of everything that crosses your mind, like knowing what your thoughts are when they cross your mind. Oh, sorry, my thing just went off. But knowing, what it is, like, so if you have a thought about something like, oh my gosh, I was supposed to work out 3 times this week, write it down. And then you have another thought of like, oh, wasn't I supposed to go to this place? Write it down. Every time you have a thought, and you need to start writing your thoughts down so that way you can almost like compartmentalize. Can't say it. So you get what I'm saying though. But anyway, so you need to be able to put them in sections and prioritize what needs to be done and where. There needs to be almost like a priority and take care of what really needs to be taken care of. And then all the other things that you don't need, that shit just needs to go. And when I'm saying this with the pig spirit, I'm saying this for just your mental, just like your mind. Just your mind, all mental. Not physical items. That needs to be done too. But I'm saying your mind is where it's most importantly needed at. So let's go ahead and see what cards y'all have here. But I love how them two go together. Okay, we have the Lovers reverse. So there could be some breakups going on or some self-work needed. 4 of Swords reverse. A lot of restless energy. Yeah, 7 of Cups. Okay. Yep, that's having a lot of different things going on. Feeling emotionally all over the place as well. Decisions. Empress. Feel like there's some single moms up in here. The Tower reversed. So, some kind of sudden changes. Ace of Swords. Wow, y'all spread's really colorful. Ooh, look at all that color. I think this might be the most colorful one yet. You have the 4 of Pentacles reversed. And then you have, nice. 9 of Cups. The Wish card. Okay. With that Tower and that Lovers there, I'm definitely seeing there's some issues within a relationship. So if you're not breaking up or anything like that, I definitely feel like there may be a lot happening within relationships around you or within like a love relationship. I feel like some of you feel so stretched out, like you don't have time. I'm getting like this sensation of like, oh, I have to do this and I have a meeting here and I have to do this. There's like a lot of running around all over the place, like soccer mom vibe shit. Like there's just so much going on and you're trying to figure out like, I'm telling you, that pig and that crystal there, like that's just basically going to sum up everything for you in April. And it's all about taking off your plate what doesn't need to be put in your body. If you shouldn't be eating sugar, then get the sugar off your plate. You know what I mean? I don't know, that could have been a horrible analogy. But the point is that, being able to clear your space and have an emptier space and being able to see only what needs to be taken care of, it kind of keeps you focused and zoned in on that. So that's going to help you mentally. But then you also still need to reevaluate all of your thought process because there's a lot going on there. I just feel like you're being pulled in a lot of different directions. I don't know if this is your work that's very demanding of you. This could be your family. This could be your, like I said, your relationship. This could be kids. There's so many things that, you know, could be pulling you all over the place. I'm also sensing y'all have a lot of, or like a role in the community. Like y'all are really involved with a lot of people. And I don't mean that in like a relationship sexual way. I mean that in just like in everyday life. Like y'all are around a lot of people. Like, you know, a doctor sees people all day long, like that kind of stuff. Teachers, they see people all day long. And I feel like, you know, y'all got a lot of lists. I feel like y'all are trying to stay very, very logical about shit too. However, I feel like there has to be a moment that comes where it's, you know, what you feel is right for you versus what's logical. And some of you may need to even take, hold on, let me make sure I'm saying this right. Gosh, if y'all hear me, I just keep like rambling and rambling and rambling. Like I feel like that's what y'all feel. It's like, hold up, let me get a breath for a minute. Let me think this through. Is there a competition y'all have here? Y'all competing with somebody? We're in a competitive mode. It could be that being something competitively is triggering you, or there could be somebody that you feel challenged by that is triggering your thought process to overactivate. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. Like, I get it, but I don't get what that means for, you know, any of you Libras out there. If you understand it, great. How to put the message out, though. I feel like also some of y'all need to do make financial lists and savings and stuff like that too. Like, y'all need to sit down and go through and like budget your finances. I feel like y'all do a lot for other people, or you're like helping a lot of other people in different ways, but at the same time it's like a lot of your agenda revolves around almost like helping others but not you. I feel like this is a really good time to figure out what's going to help you and put your priorities in check, so that way, you know, you can't help other people unless you can help yourself first. I'm also seeing that somebody here might there's like a grand idea that a Libra or Libras are going to have. So this may be for a few of you, this may be for one of you, but somebody is going to have like a really fucking great idea about something. And for a lot of you, it could just be about having an aha, I figured it out. Some of you could be figuring out what you were doing like incorrectly and to where you can do it in a different way to better yourself. But I feel like there's also a need to pay attention to your intuition here that you're lacking. It's like you have past knowledge of things that you have been through and what the outcomes were. And I know Libras can be very logical and analytical, but for y'all, it's like sometimes you just have to trust your gut instinct. Like, you just have to. Even if it doesn't logically make sense to you, it needs to be trusted because it's a part of you too. I love that y'all have this wish card here at the end. So I feel like the only downfall of the wish card is sometimes it can mean overindulgence. And, you know, I don't even feel that vibe here. I feel like this is just like, it's almost like you're trying to fulfill all these hopes and dreams. You don't have to be perfect. You're allowed to be flawed. Because there's beauty in being flawed. I don't know, somebody out there doesn't feel like they feel non-perfect or like a failure. or like they would be a failure if they didn't meet all these demands that were requested upon them. But that's not even true, not even a little bit. You're allowed to say no to people. Spirit wants me to tell you that. You're allowed to say no. I'm sorry, I can't. No. Just like that. I feel like for any of you I feel like a lot of this Tower moment here, though, is going to have to do with relationships. I almost get this feeling of like an emotional break. Not like a massive one, but just kind of like one of those days like where you just go home and you just start crying and you're just like, what the fuck happened today? Like, something's got to give. Something's got to give. And this could be in any situation of your life because, like I said, it's a general reading. This could also be about somebody you're dealing with. So apply it to how it would fit your situation personally if you choose to. Some of you might just be, I feel like I keep getting this sense of like there's a competition here, but I feel like some of you may be competing with yourself. It's almost like you have like a score sheet against yourself. Like if I do this, this, and this, then I'm going to be great. And if I don't do this, this, and this, I'm a failure. And none of that's true. None of that's true. That's not it at all. Yeah, so definitely go through your thought process. Definitely go through that and check that out and see where your thoughts hit at the most, because that's where it really needs to be looked at and evaluated. But I feel like y'all are going to do great things, and there's going to be great success coming. Some of you also that are trying to get pregnant or want to have a child, I feel like that could be a great success too. That could be coming up. Some of you could be giving birth. And like I said, with that Four of Pentacles reverse, definitely try to save money in the month of April. It's like that whole save money for a rainy day type of thing. Or some of you might be trying to save up for a trip that's coming up this summer. Something like a dream trip almost that you wish you, or something that you've dreamed of that you need money for. It doesn't necessarily have to be a trip. But anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Oh, goodness. Oh my gosh. Almost fell. Okay, it's time for me to go. Bye, Libra.